Hi everyone. Disc bulge and back pain, it's a very common condition that you may experience, and the reason that you're watching this video, you may be looking for some sort of answer to how you can improve your symptoms. Based on the previous video that I prepared for you, you have came up with so many questions, and I've decided to prepare this video for you to answer all of those questions. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to answer 10 important questions that you asked me, and I believe these answers can help you to improve your symptoms. Let's go through these questions, and I would be happy to see what do you think about it, and you can leave a comment for me by end of this video. If you've never been in this channel, my name is Bob, I'm a physical therapist, and in this channel I share simple tips and exercises for people like yourself for quicker recovery and help them to understand how they can recover quicker. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends and family who may need this video. Let's get started. One of the common questions that many of you guys asked was, does this bulges heal? In the short answer, research and study has shown yes, it does heal. And the recent meta-analysis that has shown up to 2/3 of herniated disc heal on their own. But many of the patients that I've seen in my clinic and what I see that you guys are texting and emailing me, that they're not really positive about this fact that actually their disc bulge does heal, and up to 66.6% of the people that they did in this study has shown that they actually got cleared and their disc bulge healed. As you can see in this picture, the picture before and after that I've added to take a look at it. You can read more about it. I'll leave this citation underneath of this video, and you can read more about this study. There was another question that many of you guys want to know about it, and you ask about how long does it take for disc bulges or herniated disc to heal. When we look at statistic and research, and what study shows, up to 85% of patients who are experiencing acute herniated disc, their symptoms can resolve within 8 to 12 weeks, which means within 2 to 3 months you can expect that your disc bulges actually get healed. And if you look at it, the numbers shows up to 85%, which means your chances to be part of that 85% of patient is pretty high. The next question I'm going to answer for you is about how long do you need to rest after an acute back injury. The answer can be pretty tricky because there could be different signs and symptoms for every individual, and we can't really create a general guideline. But for people that who experiencing acute back pain, in most cases, I would suggest my patient that to do not rest or bed rest for so long, because that create less movement in your body, and it create in somehow lack of movement and mobility in your system. In reality, when we look at what study shows in terms of how we can actually improve our recovery time, they suggest to get back to their activities and their exercises as quick as possible, which means if you find the first, let's say 24 for 48 hours, it's actually pretty sore, you may take it easy, but you want to slowly, gradually get back to your daily activity and start from things that you can do pain-free and slowly build it up. The next question that I'm going to answer is about what is the best exercise routine for the disc bulges. In terms of answering this question, so far research hasn't published any consistent results from a specific routine or exercise that you can copy and follow and get results. Because every single person has a different condition, and there's no exact basically patient who has experiencing similar basically problems. Now when you look at it, we do have an example of exercise that you can do, and we call it as our own best exercises, and that's a personal opinion about those specific routine, but we can't really says that everybody can follow one routine of exercises that can get the best routine. But what they mention that could be pretty beneficial for patients who are experiencing disc bulges. It's any type of exercise that they can enjoy, such as aerobic exercises, walking, swimming, playing tennis, etc. But in the meantime, they suggest resistance training, which is kind of like something that I'm biased as well the most, and I reintroduce that to my patient and help them to get stronger and at the same time improve and increase their confidence. If you need more information regarding that, you can send me an email or check out our website. You can get more basically information. We're going to move on to the differences between sciatica and herniated disc. Many of you guys ask, what can I do about my sciatica? Is that a sciatica or is that a disc bulge? How can I differentiate these two conditions? And I do have two separate videos for you guys in my YouTube channel that you can check them. And in one video that I explain about how you can manage your sciatica, and in the other video it's all about disc bulge and how you can improve your symptoms. In the meantime, I have another video that actually create a kind of like differentiation between these two conditions and how you can test them at home yourself to see which one actually is your problem. If you have any question regarding that, make sure to leave me a comment on this video and I'll get back to you. The next question that some of you guys asked was, do I need an MRI if I experiencing acute lower back pain? I love this question because I talk and discuss about this with many of my patients, and the shortest answer is no. And the reason behind that is acute lower back pain does not need any evaluation with any imaging modalities. And what the study supported is that they mention only patient who experiencing red flag symptoms, that I have prepared for you here a list of red flags that you can go through them one by one and see if you experiencing any of these issues after having an episode of back pain. You may contact your basically consultant and ask them for MRI report. I'm going to follow up with another question that it comes after an acute back pain. And what about chronic back pain and MRI report? Do you need to get an MRI report after a chronic back pain, which means you've been experiencing back pain for a while, more than, let's say, 12 to 13, 14 weeks, and do you need an MRI or not? Research, unfortunately, still do not support getting an MRI for a chronic back pain, and the shortest answer is no. And what they suggest for clinician is that they basically suggest they should not routinely ask for imaging or any diagnostic test for patient who experiencing non-specific low back pain in a chronic way. And I'm gonna leave a comment here below this video that you can read more about this study and the reason behind that, because they basically explain your pain in a more details and they create some sort of awareness that pain is not always due to damage, and there are so many other factors that does affect back pain. It's pretty interesting and I would suggest you to read about it. In this slide, I'm going to show you something pretty interesting regarding disc bulges and MRI report, which is literally going to show you how common these symptoms are. And in this systematic study, they have studies 3,110 asymptomatic patients who were in the range of age of between 20 and 80 years old. And in this study, they find out up to 90% of people within age of basically 60 years old, they have had degenerative changes in their MRI report. And that means basically they found out disc degeneration, disc signal loss, disc height loss, disc protrusion, and facet atrophy. And none of these patients have experienced any source of pain or discomfort. And I just want to show you this slide because you might be very worried about your MRI report. And in most cases, your MRI report, it does not actually link to your pain and your discomfort. If you want to read more about this, I've added another link in this video that you can read more about this paper. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me. I'm going to move on to one of my favorite questions that you guys ask regarding, should I wear lower back braces to protect my back? My answer would be definitely not. And I usually show my patient how strong is our back, and I have prepared a slide here for you guys to see that we have more than 37 superficial and deep muscle groups that basically support your back in different angles, different shapes and strength. And when you do activity, these muscles basically do protect your back anyway. And beside these muscles, there are 5 strong solid ligaments that each vertebra that carry basically and cover it, which means we get extra stability in our vertebra with these ligaments. Now, if you kind of take a look at these pictures, I usually ask them, do you think you need more support? And in most cases, my patients are happy to go back to their activity without those braces. But having said that, in some cases, you might have experienced some sort of acute back pain, and you would like to use these when you go to work in the short term, let's say 12 hours or maximum 24 hours. And after that, you want to get back to your routine. In the short term, probably you could use them, but in the long term, I would definitely not suggest them to my patient. The last question that I'm going to answer in this video, guys, it was one of you guys who asked, do I need to do crunches to have a stronger core, and that could help me with my back pain? Unfortunately, the media and fitness industry has been publicized a lot of actually attention on core exercises regarding back pain, and crunches are the first thing that comes to anybody's head. And to just give you an answer, definitely crunches are not the best choice for getting a stronger core, because crunches are just the exercise that actually stimulate your abdominal muscle, and that does not necessarily mean that you're going to get a stronger core, and it's basically a myth. But I do have prepared previously for you guys a routine of core exercises that you can take a look at. I'm not trying to say that is the best routine to try for your lower back pain, but as an example how you can actually improve your core strength. You can try that routine, but beside that, I'm going to show you 10 myths about your back pain, and you can get access on this slide and below this video. Definitely read about it, guys. I would be excited to see if you guys have any question, and I would be happy to help. I hope you find this video helpful. In the following video that I'm going to prepare, I'm going to answer another 10 questions that is relevant to disc bulges, sciatica and back pain. Make sure to follow us and watch that video. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video with your friends and family. Don't forget to leave a comments and ask me any question that you have in your mind, and I will get back to you shortly. Until next week, all the best.